What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. Got a 7-game slate here tonight. A ton of good hitting options on the slate, but I got to narrow down for you with just 4 of my favorite hitters and 2 of my favorite pitchers to go alongside with that. So before we get going, if you could spam up that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. It really goes a long way. Let's try to get over 80 likes on this video. Thank you if we can hit that, but let's hop right into it. So Pyke first up, 10,200. Going to pay up for him. I think this is an extremely good spot. Really good upside. And I think people could be overlooking him a little bit, hopefully, after that rough start against the Mets. But before that, 34, 22, and 29 against some decent lineups. Miami not that good, but Dodgers pretty solid. And I think a lot of his value does hinge off his strikeout upside. So the Mets, not too bad of a strikeout team, but this Orioles lineup definitely has a good amount of guys that can strike out, and he has a 26.5% K rate on the season. This is a huge park downgrade as well for the Orioles going from Baltimore to San Diego, and they lose their DH, so that can really hurt their lineup even more going against an NL team here. And Pyke has been a lot more comfortable at home, 24.5 fantasy points per game versus just 15 on the road, so this feels... he feels at home, if you want to get what I'm saying there. So 10,200. I think he has a really good shot of getting some run support in this game against a bad Orioles pitcher. And this is a really good spot, I think, for him. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first pitcher. Then I'm going to go with Barea here at 7,200. This guy has been a model of inconsistency this every start. He's been up and down, or not recently, besides this one start, -11. I'm not really sure what happened there. But he did have some other starts earlier with -14. So it seems like he's pretty solid or just absolutely horrendous. So hopefully we get the pretty solid version of him against a bad Tigers lineup here tonight. Castellanos is questionable for this game. He was scratched Sunday with an abdominal pain, so that could definitely keep him out another game or so, maybe the 10-game DL. I mean, the Tigers aren't playing for anything, so there's no reason for them to rush him back. So I can see him being out tonight. And even if he isn't out, though, I feel like that abdominal kind of strain, whatever is wrong with him, could definitely influence him a little bit, even in this game, if he does try to give it a go. He's been pretty bad recently. So maybe that's kind of the cause of concern, is that abdominal pain. But still, really good matchup, even if Castellanos is in the lineup. It's a high strikeout team. I think he can really gain some momentum off that solid start against the Dodgers last time out. 5 innings, only allowed 1 run off a home run. So, that's a really good outing against one of the best, if not the best lineup in all of baseball. So I think he'll carry the momentum into tonight. At home again here, he's been much better at home, similar to Pyke. Huge split, 16 compared to 3 on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second pitcher. Gives us a lot of more flexibility with the hitting options on the slate. And there's some guys that are really good spots that are expensive. And Otani is the first guy I'm looking at. I really want to pay for him, so I think Barea makes a lot of sense. But at 5,200 here, Otani has the dynamic duo here. He has the stolen base ability and the home run ability. I love the target guys that can give you a little bit of both. So even if they do kind of struggle with the hitting, as we know, baseball can be an up and down game. Some people just don't have it in the best of matchups. But if he gets a single and gets a stolen base, he's already giving us some solid return on his price tag, and can maybe just do a little bit more on top of that and give us some good value. So this Zimmerman, he's allowing 7 stolen bases so far in the year and 13 starts, so a decent amount. He's also allowing a 400 WOBA to lefties on the season, so lefties hitting for a very good ability against them. Otani at 271 ISO versus righties, much better against righties, and always has that home run and power ability. I think the Angels can rack up a lot of runs in this situation against Zimmerman. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. We're going to pair him up with Justin Upton as well. Did the same exact kind of stack with my plays other night. Didn't turn out that great, 11 and 8, but I think we can get even more upside, hopefully, against Zimmerman. Probably even worse than the pitcher I recommended against last time. Zimmerman, he's a 534 xFIP, so his expected FIP is really bad, just not a good pitcher. He's allowing 40% hard contact so far this year. The Angels are currently implied over 6 runs, so Vegas likes him a lot. Justin Upton, he has very heavy splits favoring his ability against right-handed pitchers as well. Zimmerman a righty, and I think Upton has that home run ability and really good RBI upside behind guys like Mike Trout and Otani. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. Then I'm going to go with Duga. So we're going to fill out the outfield here. 4,500 for a 2-hitter, or it should be in that 2 spot. for the Dodgers in Coors Field. Just a really good price tag at 4,500. This is a guy that's a very highly touted prospect, really good home run and just raw power ability. So that's a really good fit, I think, in Coors Field here in Colorado. I think this Dodgers lineup can definitely do a lot of damage. John Gray, solid pitcher, but he is worse against lefties, allows more hard contact to left-handed batters, and Verdugo, 196 ISO, 43% hard contact versus righties. So with that good amount of hard contact, translates very well over to Coors Field. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third here. Then we're going to pair it off with Justin Smoak here at 3,900. Guy that's been hitting very well recently. Had a home run last time out. 20 DraftKings points, also at 19 against the Indians, 16 against the Indians, so 3 double-digit performances. That's not even 10 games, is it? It's supposed to be a 10-game log, but it looks like it's only like a 7-game log, but still some big-time performances recently. He's hitting much better against right-handed pitchers, 270 ISO, 49% hard contact rate, so really getting some good contact with a baseball every time he's getting contact with him, or majority of the time. And Brad Keller is a guy that pitches the contact. He only has a 16% K rate on the season. And Justin Smoak, that can be one of his bigger downsides, is that he does strike out a decent amount of times. But against Brad Keller in his career, he's 2 for 6 with 2 home runs, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't struck out against him yet. So Brad Keller is like a 2-pitch pitcher, doesn't really have much movement on his stuff, not really going to fool you, just tries to go for those ground balls. But Justin Smoak is a guy with just his raw power that if he does connect with one, can definitely go deep in this spot. So at 3,900, solid value, I think, for a guy of this home run upside against Brad Keller. I know that Brad Keller is not a guy that allows too many home runs, but I think Justin Smoak is a good matchup for him just based on everything like I mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final hitter. So you still got a good amount of money left over if you want to target some more higher end batters, and then maybe take like a pump play on someone else. But you got Pyke, Barea, Justin Smoak, Otani, Upton, and Verdugo. So some really good high upside lineups. I would say the Angels and the Dodgers definitely 2 of the favorites, I would say, on this Monday slate. And hopefully they can give us the upside. So before you leave, go ahead, leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate that. 80 plus likes. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, to continue to get these MLB DFS picks the remainder of the year. You want to keep a watch here. We got some great fantasy football and DFS football content coming out week in, week out. So keep it locked here. Don't want to miss out on that. But good luck here. Hope you win some money, and we'll see you back here again next time.